The first race at Thruxton then is about to get underway. The Pre-93 touring cars on board with Paul Bellamy for the start then. And we are underway now, and it's a good start from Andrew Busby there and from Paul Bellamy, both there on the fifth row getting a good start, but then they couldn't find a way past the two cars on the row in front, that being Chris Bright and Malcolm Wise. So Bellamy slots into 9th as they head down to the complex for the first time of the 15-minute races. We've got a double header here this weekend at Thruxton. Around the outside there comes the, I think it's the Rover Tomcat, isn't it, of Simon Lelou. He makes his way past Bellamy then. So that must have been an impressive start from Lelou, because he started back on the 7th row of the grid. So that was really quite some start from him in the Tomcat. So we head around the back then, very fast round here, so they want to be wanting to stay on the road because a large crash could happen around here. Down towards Church Corner they go then. Some people say on the fastest corners in UK motor racing, so now they turn into Church Corner now, flip the apex, running a bit wide perhaps Wise, or was it Lelou not quite using up all the road as they head down to the final chicane for the first time. Bellamy doesn't seem to have the straight line speed as they climb the hill, as they now get onto the brakes for the chicane. Bellamy coming back towards the cars in front of him then. Wise is actually in front of Bellamy as well, so we go to complete lap 1 of the race, down towards Allard. We go, and Bellamy running, I think it must be 11th position then. All 19 starters have got to the end of lap 1. Down towards the complex we come then, and being challenged there and through. Bellamy was being challenged by Andrew Busby in the E30 M3, the older car. He leads Class C. He's got ahead of Paul Bellamy as they exit the complex to complete for the second time. We can now ride aboard with Alan Wayman. He runs in the Chevrolet Camaro IROC Z. He is the only runner in Class A this weekend. Chasing a couple of the Class D machines, I think. Yes, indeed. Michael Sheraton leading that from Richard Ibrahim, both in E30s. So down towards Church Corner we go then. And Wayman using the power of that Camaro to get closer to the two BMWs. He gets there, he sideways, he head through Church Corner, he just about holds onto the car. Just about holds onto the circuit as well. But now that's going to allow him to have a go at Ibrahim up the hill, and he should have the position as they go onto the brakes for the chicane to complete lap 2. And Michael Sheraton very late on the brakes, so is Ibrahim. The Chevrolet Camaro, much bigger machine to try and stop at the end of the straight. So the two BMWs, and Michael Sheraton makes a mistake on the back end, on the exit of the chicane. Now that's allowing Ibrahim up on the inside as they head down towards Allard. This is the battle for Class D, remember, and through goes Ibrahim. We have a new leader then in Class D as they head down towards the complex. What can Michael Sheraton do then in the E30? Both these cars E30s. Number 41 leads then from 56 in the Class D battle. I wonder if Alan Wayman can do anything about either of them in his more powerful but heavier Chevrolet Camaro, as we head onto the back once again, down towards Noble, then round these very, very fast corners at the back of Thruxton. We expect the Class D cars to be lapping in 1:35s compared to the front runners in probably 1:29s. So down towards Church we go once again. Ibrahim just trying to break away now from Sheraton, who uses up all the road. Now this is where the Camaro come into its own. Let's see what happens this time. There it is, still behind. And as we get onto the brakes, Alan Wayman will have to slow the car down, and does so. Now we can turn through the chicane as we complete the third lap of the race. Paul Bellamy, meanwhile, has closed towards the Tomcat that got very sideways there. Simon Lalou. So as we head down towards Church Corner once again, Bellamy on the tap of the Tomcat. Look at the speed it has compared to Paul Bellamy's M3. So now we head down towards chicane. The Rover Tomcat's over the road. It's all on the grass. It bounces back onto the circuit, and through comes the Jaguar, more powerful Class H machine of Cliff Ryan. The invitation class, all three of them trying to go 3 wide. Paul Bellamy backs out of that. Cliff Ryan almost into the back of the BMW M3. I don't think there was quite contact, but to the Rover Tomcat. I don't think there was contact, but it got very close. So we head down towards Allard then, the three of them all together. Good battle this is, and the Tomcat really getting away through the chicane. Of course the Jaguar holding up Bellamy, but then the Jaguar, the power will come in round the back once again. He actually carries a lot of speed through Allard. So now we head down towards the complex. Paul Bellamy now coming back at Cliff Ryan, who in turn is coming back at the Tomcat. Cliff Ryan's going past Lalou. Paul Bellamy's going to follow him through as we head through the complex. This is the battle for 9th position, or maybe 10th in fact. 10th position this battle is for. Cliff Ryan's got it at the moment in what is becoming a smoky Jaguar. So we head through Noble. Bellamy now comes up on the inside of the 44 machine, and he goes through then. Paul Bellamy gains the position. He runs out inside the top 10. His next target will be Mark Fowler. Back aboard of Alan Wayman, he continues on his charge, trying to close back in the 2 Class D BMWs, and he's doing that now as the power coming in now down towards Church Corner. Getting very close now to Michael Sheraton. Alan Wayman carrying a lot of speed through the corner, and he's able to hurry up on the exit as well. So now he's going to have a good run as we head down to chicane for yet another lap. And I think he will be able to make this work. He's got the inside line. We've seen these BMWs work around the outside, and again Michael Sheraton trying to do that. You can see it in the rear view mirror, but it looks like Wayman's got it done. Yes, so he's in front of Sheraton now as we exit the corner, complete the lap, and this is allowing Richard Ibrahim to get away in the battle for Class D. He's got a 4-second lead in that now. So Michael Sheraton will be trying to find his way back ahead of the Camaro. If he tries round the outside, does he? Yes, he's trying to come round the outside into the complex. Can he make this work? Yes, he can! Michael Sheraton makes his way ahead of the Camaro then, as the cars will soon exit the complex. They are now, and now Sheraton making the use of the nimbler BMW to power out the corner, to drive away, as we now head through Noble. Michael Sheraton again trying to use the nimble BMW compared to the Camaro around these fast corners. And Wayman still following the BMW closely though. Now is that a car? They're lapping. Oh no, it's the Tomcat. The Rover Tomcat slowing. Simon Lalou into the Class B Rover Tomcat. Problem there. So he slows, and it looks like he's going to be out the race. Cars head down to the chicane then, and it's Michael Sheraton just later on the brakes. Oh, was he too late? No, he just about managed to get it into the corner, but he looked to be a tad late on the brakes there as they headed through the chicane. Alan Wayman losing out to, again, the nimbler BMWs. So they're going to be the story for the rest of this race. We're heading really into the second half of it at the moment. The BMW E30 now trying to break away from the Chevrolet Camaro, and as we saw about 30 seconds ago, Simon Lalou slowing down here, heading to the pits. 17 cars remain on circuit. One of the smallest grids in 2012 for the Pre-93 Touring Car Championship, run by the Classic Touring Car Racing Club. Paul Bellamy, he's running now in 9th because of the Tomcat retirement. He's got himself ahead of Cliff Wright, and that is where in Class B, about 7th I think, as he crosses the line to complete another lap. Michael Sheraton, meanwhile, who's worked away at Ibrahim, and he's so much laden on the brakes than Ibrahim. The car getting a bit crossed up under braking, but he's coming so much speed through the corner. That was a fantastic piece of driving, Michael Sheraton, to get the car so much closer to the leader in class. Richard Ibrahim, Daniel Smuton has won most of the races this year, down in 3rd in Class D. But let's concentrate on the lead of them as they come down to the complex. Ibrahim trying to place the car in the defensive line. He grounds it a bit deep. Michael Sheraton hits the apex nicely, then perhaps a bit too far out for the second part of the corner, but still carries the speed through. As we go to the 3rd and final part of the complex, Richard Ibrahim then leads the way, runs out the wide, he hits the grass, he spins the car away, and he goes to the inside of the circuit, ends up in the field, and he's going to lose lots of time. But more importantly now, Michael Sheraton is leading Class D, and if he can stay there for the last couple of laps of this race, he will be the Class D race winner for the first time in his racing career. And through to take the checkered flag, Michael Sheraton wins Class D then and finishes 12th overall. David Hickton, though, was your race winner by nearly 6 seconds to Richard Miller in the Sierra Cosworth, and 3rd was Laurie Dunster.